everyone, and welcome back again to my channel. If you are new to my channel, please consider to subscribe, like, or hit the comment button so you could be updated with the new videos that I'm going to post on this channel. But I hope you're doing well and in excellent and fabulous condition. For today's video, I'm going to share to you guys about the cost of living here in Houston, Texas. I've been living here in Houston for about 7 years. So there are a lot of changes that happened. And cost of living is, of course, every day is getting higher and higher. So we have to be updated. And for today's video, we're going to talk about that. So the cost of living in Houston, Texas for a family for my expenses and as well as for a family and a single person. So I am going to give you an idea on how much you're going to spend and how much you're going to apportionate with all the cost of living that you're going to spend here in the United States of America, specifically here in Houston, Texas. Okay, without further ado, let's start. Okay, so here we go. So of course, for utility bills, here are your expenses. So for the water, for my expenses, monthly we spend about like $50 to $70. So mostly like $70, especially when you had a garden or you use water a lot when you do the laundry. So you use water for that. So for a family of four, more or less you spend like $100 for that. Okay, for electric, we spend here like about $150 to $200, especially within during the summertime, like today. It's June, so we'll start like May, June, July, August, September. Those are the hottest and warmest uh, temperature here. So you end up like paying up to $200 or 250 for a family, probably like $250. So be surprised you're paying a lot for that because the air condition is running the whole day and you're using a lot of electric for cooking, for laundry as well. So everything is using electric. Here in my home, they also use the gas. The gas is used for water to be heated, and during winter, I mean, like it gets colder, so you use the gas as well, and it will increase like up to 80 or 100. But in regular day, especially when you're not using your gas, and then you probably spend at like 30 to $60. Okay, now the next is the phone, your telephone. So if you had a new phone like you're using, so you end up paying like $250 for two persons. So I'm using a Verizon for my phone, so the two of us, we spend like 250 for that. Okay, and for the internet, so we have the ATT. AT&T is not English. AT&T. So we spend like $100 because we want uh, higher speed for the internet. We don't have the cable, so we had the internet only for using the YouTube, Netflix, or other app on the TV. We don't have the cable, but we had the higher speed internet, and it costs like $100 for that. And it's really good. We enjoy that. So overall, for the utility bills, we have $630 monthly. Okay, that is for the utility bills. Okay, next, okay, we have the car. Now for the car, so I'm finished with my car for 6 years. So we pay the due of $420 for that. So right now, I'm free for the car. So it's been 6 years and we're planning to get a new car. So not at this moment, probably next month or the other month. But for a newcomer, you probably end up paying like 500 or 600 for a new car right now because they are expensive now. They get higher and increase with your payment monthly for 6 years. Okay, you could also have like 5 years, but you have to pay for a higher down payment or whatever agreement you have with the car dealership. Okay, for the insurance of the car, I'm paying $150 for that monthly. So we have the uh, all Allstate insurance for the car. So $150 monthly for that. And of course, for the gas, this is a full liability for the car. I mean, because I'm driving every day. Okay, for the gas, the car we spend $100 for the car. So that's for the gas every day. But if you are not driving too far from your work, so you'll probably end up paying like $40 for or $60 for that. So it depends on how you travel every day. Okay. So, but for me, it's $100. Okay. House or apartment. So for me, of course, my expense for the house, the due is 1,400. Before I start like 1,200 for the house, like 6 years ago. So now it went up to 1,400 for the house. Okay, for 2 bedroom apartment for the family, you end up probably have 1,500 to 1,600 for that. So here in Houston, Texas, that's a good one. Okay, but for single, probably like 1,000 or 900. Okay, 1,000 or 1,200. So roughly with that. Insurance is included on that for the house insurance. For house, we have the homeowners association fee. So they are the one who's that's included on that. Okay, I mean like you have to pay and go to the homeowners association near with your house, and that would cost like $300. So that's for the year, 1 year. Okay, so I add this one for that. So roughly we have 1,500. Okay, so by the way, for the car here and the insurance and the gas, you end up paying $750. So I forgot that. Next would have the house would be total 1,500 in total. Okay, for the house. So for the food, if you are a family, you end up paying more 1,000 US dollars. Okay, if you are eating more because of the food are so good, so you end up have 1,000 for the family. And for me, my we only two when we usually eat outside in the restaurant, so we eat outside. So we end up paying 1,000 US dollars. We're Timawa. Okay, so that is 1,000. Now, health insurance is for the family. I guess now it increases. So, but us we're paying like 800 for 2 person, or 600. I guess 600. But for a family, you end up probably paying to up to 1,000. So health insurance is very expensive here. So you're very lucky if you have a good health insurance covered by your work, and you'll be lucky. But this is really expensive. Okay, it's also an option if you wanted to have one or not. Okay, so another is credit card. This is the worst nightmare I ever also had here in United States. Everyone has a debt when it comes to credit card because you always use that, and you need a credit card as well for buying things that you wanted to hear. Okay, so for credit card, we're paying like about like 1,000 US dollars in general. So the minimum or some we pay like 800, and I have how many credit cards I have? Like 5 credit cards. So it's so happy to swipe here, swipe there, but unfortunately we have to be careful on that. So I've learned my lesson for credit card use and consumption, and we have to be careful of using this. So sometimes when you have credit card, be careful. Remember not to use it or overuse it. Okay, so at the end you will suffer a lot. Okay, so I'm reminding you. So overall I just put here $800. Okay, other expenses I put 500. For instance, when you have a home, when there are repair or maintenance that you need to do, you want to have a garden, you have to buy plants. When you wanted to buy things on your home, so you end up buying things. So I put here other expenses. Or either when you wanted to send money to your loved ones in the Philippines or overseas, so you could also put that 500. If not, and you're not sending anything, then therefore could fall under your savings. But mostly you end up buying things when you go to a mall. You end up buying things, your clothes or things that you wanted to, and make you things happy. That's okay. That's good. Okay, so that's I put it there $500. So overall, these are the expenses that you need to pay monthly, aside from other expenses that you wanted to. When you, for instance, you want to have vacation, then of course you're gonna spend money for that, and it's really expensive. But on the other hand, vacation could make you happy and treat yourself well because you work hard for that. Okay, so the grand total is 5,780 US dollars. Welcome to America. So most of your salary will be spent. So you're very lucky or good when you're able to save a lot. Okay, unless you do overtime work. Okay, when we convert it into Philippine peso, so that would be for 48 peso. So, Jaren, 216,960 pesos. This would be your grand total that you're gonna spend for the whole month here in Houston, Texas. That's a lot of money when you're able to save it up, but in the end, you're gonna the money is gone forever. Okay, so that's for my expenses and for a family in general. So mostly for a family, you will end up paying like 6,000 US dollar for a family of 4 or 5. Okay, next, expenses for a single person. Okay, if you are single, more or less you're gonna pay less because you're only one person. So for water, approximately you end up paying $30 to $40. Check on that. Electric, probably $60 when you're alone, of course, or you're gonna end up paying like $40 or $60. So I just put 60. So if that's more than like $20, you could save and buy things for yourself. The gas, if you don't have a gas and electric, then it will be add up to your electric. So that would you pay like $100. Okay. If there is so, you end up paying $40 for the gas. Okay. Phone. So for your phone, you need that. So you have to pay 90. So between like $70 to $90. So that's good deal. Then for the internet, they are like $60 or $80 for internet. It's very important you have internet. So that's good because your phone internet has own internet, but it will not be it will not suffice the need when you are alone. You need to do things on the internet, so end up had to do the internet. So $60. So overall total is $290 for utility bills per single person. Now, if you had a car, but I recommend you to have the car because you can end up like going on the bus or Uber and you end up paying more, like $1,000 per month. So riding on a Uber. But if you had a car, then you'll do probably like $500 or $600. So that's good. In the end, that will be your car. Insurance for the car, probably $150 or $180. So it depends. There are good deals that you could find for $150. And the gas is around $80 for you. So if you're not going out most of the time. So the total is $730 for that. For the apartment, this single bedroom, it would suffice for you because you're single. So that's good that you will have a $1,000 apartment. But if you are like a good apartment, sometimes you end up paying 1,200, 1,300 for single. It depends on the location. But here on Asian community is cheaper here, like 850, 900, 1,000. That is good. Okay. And the due for apartment is 1,000. So this 1,000. Okay. So next is for the food. Okay, for the food, 500 for yourself. If you know how to cook, you will save a lot. Like you probably spend up the whole month for like 400 or 300 expenditures only. So if you eat outside, buy here for lunch like $5, $6, $12 every day. That's a lot. So if you know how to cook, then therefore you save a lot for food. So I just put here $500 in general for a single person. Health insurance, you're covered by your work, so you don't need to pay. It's already deducted on your salary, so you don't need to worry about that. Okay, now for credit card again for single person, I just put $300 if you're single. But if you are what you call to that, you spend here, spend there, you end up in debt. That's not really good. So, but if you're a beginner, I just put it $300 for monthly expense per credit card. That's good. Okay, so I just put here $300. But I remind you again, do not over consume your credit card. Okay, other expenses when you want to make your apartment beautiful and nice, so you buy a lot of things that you could put and decorate your apartment, then you will spend like $300 for that. Okay, your clothing, so things that you need to, or you spend money to your loved ones, or I mean, I send money, so you end up $300 for other expenses. So in total, you probably end up 3,620 US dollar for a single person. So you probably end up saving more because you only responsibility is yourself. So that's why you end up with 173,760 pesos grand total for your expenses as a single person. So if you had overtime at your work, then you end up getting more. So that's why, because for instance, your duty is only 3 days, then you have overtime of 2 more days or 3 days, and that's good. You end up have a lot of money in savings. So that's for the single person expenses here in Houston, Texas. That's the end of the discussion, and thank you so much. If you do have questions or clarifications or aggressive comment, please comment down below, and then I will try to give an answer as much as possible for your queries. So thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day ahead of time for each and everyone. Thank you, and God bless.